Welcome to Worldwide Wednesday on Culinary Cuisine Journey, where I, Kip Ferguson, take you on a global gastronomic tour. From the streets of Bangkok to the bistros of Paris, every Wednesday we celebrate the diversity of world cuisine. Let's discover what's cooking across the globe. Today, our journey takes us into the world of bread, a staple food that has graced tables for thousands of years and has become a fundamental part of countless cultures. It's amazing how something as simple as flour, water, and yeast can be transformed into many different forms, each with its own unique story and tradition. In this episode, we're traveling from the wheat fields of the American Midwest to the ancient ovens of the Middle East, through the charming bakeries of Europe and down to the vibrant markets of Africa and Asia. Each region brings its own flavors, techniques, and cultural significance to this most basic yet most versatile of foods. We'll explore how the humble loaf of bread does more than just feed. It tells tales of history, geography, and community. Bread is not just about sustenance. It's a symbol of home, of comfort, and of sharing. It connects us to our past and continues to evolve with us into the future. So whether you love the crisp crust of a French baguette, the soft pillowy texture of Indian naan, or the rich, dense bite of German pumpernickel, there's a world of bread out there waiting to be explored. Today, we'll knead through these varieties, learn about the art and science of bread making, and discover how bread has become an integral part of culinary traditions around the globe. Join me as we break bread together on this Worldwide Wednesday and celebrate the many forms this universal food takes. It's time to roll up our sleeves, dust off the flour, and dive into the rich, delicious world of bread. Bread in its myriad forms is more than just a staple food. It's a universal language spoken across the globe. In nearly every culture, you'll find bread in one form or another, serving as a fundamental part of daily meals. It's remarkable how the simple combination of flour, water, and yeast has given rise to such a diverse array of foods, each deeply ingrained in its respective culture. The global significance of bread cannot be overstated. From the tortillas of Mexico to the naan of India, from the rye breads of Eastern Europe to the injera of Ethiopia, bread is ubiquitous. It's a common thread that weaves through different cuisines, yet it varies immensely from one region to another. In some cultures, bread is a sacred symbol, central to religious rituals and ceremonies. In others, it's a communal food shared around the table, fostering a sense of togetherness and family. Turning to the historical context, the art of bread making dates back thousands of years. The earliest breads were likely made in Neolithic times, around 10,000 years ago, coinciding with the dawn of agriculture. These ancient breads were flat and unleavened, cooked on hot stones. The discovery of leavening, which gives bread its rise and soft texture, marked a significant evolution in bread making. This likely occurred accidentally when wild yeast entered a dough mixture, leading to fermentation. As civilizations advanced, so did the techniques of bread making. The Egyptians are credited with refining the process of bread leavening around 4,000 years ago. They discovered that keeping a piece of dough from the previous day, which contained yeast, could be used to start the fermentation process in the next batch. This practice of using a starter is still used in bread making today, particularly in artisanal sourdoughs. Throughout history, bread has evolved to suit the needs, resources, and preferences of different cultures. In medieval Europe, bread was so central to people's diets that it often served as an eating utensil, known as a trencher. The Industrial Revolution brought about mass production of bread, changing its character and accessibility. Today, bread making is a blend of ancient tradition and modern innovation. Artisanal bread makers around the world are reviving old techniques, while new forms of bread continue to emerge, catering to changing dietary needs and preferences. As we explore breads from around the world, in this episode, we're not just tasting different flavors, we are uncovering the rich tapestry of human history, culture, and innovation. Bread in all its forms is a testament to our shared human experience, a simple food that connects us all, transcending time and borders. As we embark on a tour of bread varieties around the world, we discover how each region imparts its unique fingerprint on this most universal of foods. From the crusty baguettes of France to the soft, pillowy bao buns of China, each bread tells a story of its people, climate, and traditions. In Europe, bread is an art form. Steeped in tradition and regional pride, the French baguette, with its golden crust and soft, airy interior, is a symbol of French culinary expertise. Each morning, bakeries across France fill with the aroma of freshly baked baguettes, an integral part of French life. Moving to Italy, we encounter focaccia, a flat, oven-baked bread that varies from region to region. In some areas, it's topped with rosemary and sea salt. In others, olives or sun-dried tomatoes, embodying the Italian flair for using simple, fresh ingredients. Then there's the dense, hearty rye breads of Eastern Europe, a staple in countries like Poland and Russia, often enjoyed with a thick slather of butter or as a base for robust sandwiches. The Middle East and Africa offer their own unique contributions to the world of bread. Pita bread, common throughout the Middle East, is a soft leavened bread that puffs up in the oven, creating a pocket that's perfect for filling with a variety of ingredients. In Ethiopia, injera is not just a bread, it's the centerpiece of every meal. This sour, spongy flatbread, made from teff flour, serves as both plate and utensil, a communal bread shared by everyone at the table. Each bite of injera is a taste of Ethiopia's rich culinary culture. In Asia, bread takes on different textures and flavors, reflecting the continent's vast culinary diversity. In India, naan and chapati are staples. Naan, a soft leavened bread, typically baked in a tandoor, is perfect for scooping up rich, flavorful curries. Chapati is an unleavened flat bread. It's a daily bread for many, simple yet essential. Heading to China, we find bao buns, fluffy, steamed breads that are a delight to eat, often filled with savory mixtures like barbecued pork or sweet bean paste. Each bread we've explored in this segment is a window into its culture. From the ingredients used to the methods of baking, these breads speak of the lands they come from and the hands that make them. They're not just nourishment, they're a way for us to connect, to share, and to understand the diverse tapestry of global cuisines. In the world of artisanal bread making, the craftsman's touch and time-honored techniques play a pivotal role. This segment of our journey takes us into the heart of traditional bread-making methods, exploring how these ancient practices are being revived and celebrated in the modern world. Artisanal bread making is an art form where the baker's skill is as important as the ingredients used. Sourdough bread, a staple of artisan bakeries, is a perfect example of this. Unlike commercial bread, sourdough relies on natural fermentation, using a starter, a mixture of flour and water that captures wild yeast from the air. This slow fermentation process not only develops the bread's distinctive tangy flavor, but also creates a more nutritious and digestible loaf. Each sourdough loaf is unique, a reflection of the specific environment in which it's made, from the local air to the baker's own hands. Another traditional technique is wood-fired baking, a method that dates back thousands of years. Baking bread in a wood-fired oven imparts a unique smoky flavor and a beautiful crust that's hard to replicate in modern ovens. The skill lies in controlling the temperature and understanding how the heat radiates within the oven, a skill honed over years of experience. In recent years, there's been a significant resurgence in artisanal bread making. Bakers are returning to these old methods, not just for their nostalgic appeal, but for the superior quality and taste they bring to the bread. Artisanal bread is now a symbol of a broader movement that values craftsmanship, sustainability, and a deeper connection to our food. This revival has also been driven by a growing consumer interest in healthier, more natural foods. Artisanal breads, often made with organic and locally sourced ingredients, offer a more wholesome alternative to mass-produced bread. They're also a canvas for creativity, allowing bakers to experiment with different grains, flavors, and techniques. The growing popularity of artisanal bread making is a testament to our desire for authentic, high-quality food experiences. It's a reminder that sometimes the old ways, from sourdough fermentation to wood-fired baking, are still the best ways. As we continue to rediscover and celebrate these traditional bread-making techniques, we not only preserve our culinary heritage, but also create something deeply satisfying for the modern palate. In this part of our journey through the world of bread, we delve into its profound cultural and spiritual significance. Bread across different cultures and religions is much more than mere sustenance. It's a symbol of life, community, and tradition. In many societies, bread is deeply embedded in religious and cultural rituals. It's often seen as a gift from the divine, a sacred element in various ceremonies and traditions. The breaking and sharing of bread is a universal gesture of hospitality and friendship, a ritual that transcends cultural boundaries and brings people together. Let's take challah, the braided bread central to Jewish Shabbat and holiday meals. This bread, rich with eggs and often sweetened with honey, is more than just a delicious treat. It's a symbol of blessing and abundance. The braiding of the challah is laden with spiritual significance, representing, among other things, love and unity. In Mexico, during the Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead, families prepare and share pan de muerto, a sweet bread adorned with bone-shaped pieces. This bread is not only a staple of the holiday's feast, but also serves as an offering to departed loved ones, a symbol of respect and remembrance. In Ethiopia, during the coffee ceremony, a ritual of hospitality and community, bread often accompanies the aromatic brew. Here, bread strengthens the bonds of kinship and friendship, underscoring the importance of sharing and togetherness in Ethiopian culture. In Christian traditions, bread takes on a profound spiritual significance, especially in the sacrament of the Eucharist, where bread symbolizes the body of Christ. This ritual, central to Christian worship, highlights the deep spiritual resonance of bread in religious observances. These examples illustrate how bread, in its simplicity, holds profound meanings. It's a universal symbol of life and sustenance, deeply woven into the fabric of cultural and spiritual life across the globe. As we explore bread's role in rituals and traditions, we gain a deeper understanding of its significance, not just as a food item, but as a powerful symbol that has shaped and continues to shape human culture and belief systems. As we look towards the future of bread, it's evident that this staple of human diets is continuously evolving, adapting to new tastes, dietary needs, and environmental concerns. Today, innovative bakers and millers are leading a bread revolution, redefining what bread can be and how it's made. One of the most significant trends in modern bread making is the rise of gluten-free and alternative grain breads. As awareness of celiac disease and gluten sensitivity increases, bakers are experimenting with a variety of gluten-free flours made from almonds, rice, and ancient grains like quinoa and amaranth. These new breads not only cater to those with specific dietary needs, but also offer diverse flavors and textures to the broader public. Alternative grains are also gaining popularity due to their nutritional benefits. Ancient grains like spelt, teff, and kamut are being rediscovered for their rich nutrient profiles and complex flavors. Bakers are blending these with traditional wheat flour to create loaves that are both delicious and nutritious. Another key trend in the world of bread is the movement towards sustainability. This includes a focus on organic farming practices, which promote soil health and reduce the environmental impact of grain production. Locally sourced ingredients are also becoming increasingly important, as they help support local economies and reduce the carbon footprint associated with long-distance food transport. Artisan bakers are at the forefront of this sustainable bread movement. They often collaborate with local farmers and millers to source organic, locally grown grains. This not only ensures the quality and freshness of the ingredients, but it also promotes biodiversity by encouraging the cultivation of heirloom grain varieties. Furthermore, sustainable baking practices are being embraced, such as using natural leavening agents, minimizing waste, and employing energy-efficient baking methods. These practices not only make bread making more environmentally friendly, but also enhance the quality of the bread. The future of bread is exciting and hopeful. It's moving towards inclusivity with options for all dietary needs and towards a more sustainable, environmentally conscious approach. As we continue to innovate and adapt, bread remains a vital and dynamic part of our diets, reflecting our changing world while still connecting us to the ancient art of baking. As bread continues to evolve, one thing remains constant: its ability to bring people together. Whether it's a gluten-free loaf, a sourdough made from locally sourced grains, or a traditional rye bread, bread will continue to be a staple in our lives, nourishing our bodies and our communities. As we come to the end of our global journey through the world of bread, it's clear that this staple food is much more than just a source of sustenance. Bread, in its countless forms, is a universal language that transcends cultures and borders. It's a symbol of home, of community, and of tradition, woven deeply into the fabric of societies around the world. Throughout history and across continents, bread has played a unifying role, bringing people together at the dining table in times of celebration and even in moments of hardship. It's a common thread in our shared human experience, a simple yet profound connector. From the crusty loaves of Europe to the flatbreads of Asia and Africa, bread is a testament to our collective ingenuity and resilience. I encourage you, our listeners, to explore the rich diversity of bread in your culinary adventures. Try baking a loaf of bread from a different culture, or seek out a local bakery specializing in international breads. Taste the unique flavors, textures, and stories each type of bread has to offer. Whether it's the tangy sourdough of San Francisco, the delicate French brioche, or the hearty German pumpernickel, each bread you encounter is a piece of a larger global story. By exploring and appreciating different types of bread, we not only expand our palates, but also deepen our understanding of the world and its cultures. Bread, in all its variety, is a reminder of our shared humanity, a simple yet powerful bond that unites us all. So, as we close this chapter of our culinary journey, let's continue to celebrate the universal appeal of bread. Let it remind us of our connections to each other, to our past, and to the diverse world we all share. Until our next culinary adventure, keep exploring, keep tasting, and keep discovering the stories that bread has to tell. As we savor the last crumbs of our global bread exploration, our culinary journey is far from over. Tomorrow, on Culinary Cuisine Journey, we will delve into the fascinating origins of pasta in Italy. Join me as we unravel the history of this beloved staple, explore its regional variations, and discover how pasta became synonymous with Italian cuisine. From the rolling hills of Tuscany to the bustling streets of Naples, we'll explore the art and soul of pasta making in Italy. And next Worldwide Wednesday, prepare to indulge in a gourmet adventure with the Global Cheese Plate. We'll traverse the world, tasting our way through an array of cheeses, each with its unique flavor profile, history, and cultural significance. From the creamy bries of France to the aged cheddars of England and the pungent gorgonzolas of Italy, it's a journey that promises to be as educational as it is delicious. That's a wrap on today's Worldwide Wednesday. I'm Kip Ferguson, and it's been a pleasure sharing the world's culinary wonders with you. Join us next Wednesday for more global flavors and stories. Until then, keep your taste buds curious and your plates diverse. Whether it's the familiar warmth of freshly baked bread or the exciting discovery of a new cheese, there's always more to taste, learn, and experience in this rich culinary world we share. Bon appetit, and see you on the next adventure.